This found you. This is what you need to do right now. There's this energy of forgiveness that is very strong. Okay? Breathe. At this time, you need to allow yourself to breathe and forgive. There's something about forgiving yourself for not showing up in the past. This energy is mostly around you, forgiving people for trying to undermine you, forgiving people for how they did not see you in the past, forgiving people who didn't see you as you truly are. This is just this energy is very heavy around, also around like forgiving like your community, forgiving people you live with, forgiving people who should have treated you better but who didn't, people who should have been kinder, people who should have been nicer, people who should have given you benefit of doubt, people who should have not been quick to judge you, people who should have been easier with you, people who should have tried to look for try to kind of like give you benefit of that doubt. There's that energy I'm picking up of like just forgiving people who couldn't show up for you, forgiving people who didn't know how they could do better. You've got to forgive. And then the reason why a lot of these decisions they made, the reason why they judged you, or the reason why they misjudged you, the reason why they took certain actions is really because of their own mindset, their own traditions, their own beliefs, their own cultural expectations, their own cultural like beliefs, their cultural what they believed about life based on the culture they've been immersed in, based on the society they've been immersed in, based on where they grew up, based on how they grew up. They've come to believe certain things, and this has kind of like given them, and the culture is the way of life of a set of people. So because of what they believed about certain things, this made them judge you, or this made them misjudge you, this made them not give you the benefit of doubt, this made them treat you with an heavy hand instead of them treating you with a soft hand, this made them cast doubt onto you, this made them not help you when they could have helped you. So at this time, you need to best believe yourself. There's something about you just understanding that people could not show up for you because they did not have the capacity to show up for you. Even though right now, there's something about you like clearing people's doubts, clearing people's making people, because of who you are, you are forcing, because of who you are, because of how God has now shown you up, you are making these people question themselves. You're making them question themselves. You're making them question what they believed. You're making them question everything they've held as the truth. You're making them question everything they've once believed to be the truth, that there's no other way, there's no other alternative, there's no other option. So it's like God also brought you into their lives for you to raise up doubts in them, for you to show them that something else can be, something else can exist. It doesn't always have to be this way. It doesn't always have to look this way. It can not only be this way. 4:55 on my time, and then my laptop just closed. My laptop just shut down. So it's almost like you are basically, God is using you as an example. Like, don't make up your minds about people. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge people because of your past interactions with people of certain. And then there's something I'm picking up about, maybe you guys here, there's something about you playing at a disadvantage. So maybe persons of color, or not having the privilege, like, right, you've not had the privilege, or you're in an environment where you're a foreigner, or you're an expat, or you're a newcomer, or there's just something about the way you've been different that has been a sort of disadvantage or an handicap to your growth, has been a sort of disadvantage or an handicap to the benefit you could have received. And because of this disadvantage, because of your skin color, because of who you are, there's just something about you that automatically sets you apart, not in a like automatically sets you apart as receiving less privilege. Now, spirit is like, you were taken into this environment, you had to meet these certain persons, you had to interact with these persons for you to help them to question their ways of life, for you to help them to question their privileged mindset, their thinking that things can only be in a certain way, their way of thinking that things can only go in a certain way. So right now, spirit is like, forgive them forgive yourself for also allowing them to decide on how you see yourself. Because for a long time, because of how people perceived you, because of how these persons who are more privileged than you, because of how they choose to interact with you, because of how they choose to deal with you, you allow that for a long time. You allow that to hinder what you could call into your life. You allow that to hinder your manifestations. You allow that to hinder who you were, what you could do, how you see yourself literally. So at this time, you're being guided to manifest a new life for yourself, manifest new experiences for yourself. Now it's clear to you, and spirit is like, this is not even going to be the last time, because you're someone, you're almost like a walking karma. You're almost like a walking karma. God takes you into situations, into rooms, into experiences, into communities to show people, to make them question how they believed about life, to make them question how they believed about God, to make them question how they believed about truth. And then this card was actually lying down there, and I didn't see. So this is time for you to unlock your truth, unlock your wisdom. Don't allow yourself to hold back, because now you're realizing that God placed you specially in those rooms. God put you specially in those communities. God placed you especially in those environments because you needed to be the one to shine the light, because you needed to be the one to also help them to unlock their mindset, help them to unlock their limited thinking, help them to unlock their limited beliefs, help them to unlock what they previously held there as this is the only truth, as this is the only way it can be, as this is the only way things can go, as this is the only way people like you can be, as this is, there's just emphasis on people of color, as this is the only way persons like you can be, as this is the only way persons like you can show up. You guys are also going to be saying 999. There's something about this cycle being completed now, because now your work is done in this environment. Now the truth has come to life that you cannot paint, you cannot judge everybody because of how someone from your race or your color has looked like. There's something about racial profiling that I'm also picking up. Now you're helping them to unlock a new level of understanding. You're helping them to unlock a new level of wisdom. You're helping them to unlock a new level of insight. You're helping them to unlock a new set of beliefs, a new set of mindsets. And this also calls them into question. Like, this also holds them ransom. Like, okay, now you see how your thinking was flawed. Now you see how like your beliefs were flawed. Now you see why your judgments were flawed. Now you see why your judgments were very partial, why your judgments were very biased. But that is for them to do. What you need to do is forgive them. What you need to do is for you to forgive them. What you need to do, bottom of deck, forgiveness. What you need to do is to forgive them for how they could not see you. Forgive them for how they could not show up for you. Forgive them for doubting you, for misjudging you, for making you struggle when you really didn't have to struggle, for making you almost like you had to beg for support when you didn't have to beg for support. Forgive them for all of that. Your work is done. Your work was to show them how they were blind. Your work was to show them what they were blind to. Your work was to show them their blind spot. And this was not like your active work. You just being who you were. You just shining your lights. You just expressing your personality. You just expressing your truths. You just expressing all of who you are and being who you are. That is all what that God needed. That, like, you just being who you are was the light that was needed to shine in this environment. That's the light God needed to shine in this community. That was the light God needed to shine in this environment, in this friendship group, in this association. You being who you are and just doing yourself, being yourself, showing up as yourself, standing in your truth. That is the light. So that is the powerful light that is now being reflected, because this is the full moon. This is the full moon, this is forgiveness. And the full moon, with all its intensity, with its luminosity, when the moon is full, you cannot hide anything. Nothing is hidden. Everything is revealed, right? So at this time, people around you, people that previously judged you, people that misjudged you, people that have kind of like counted you out, They are now realizing the errors of their ways, and what you now need to do is forgive yourself, forgive them, forgive yourself for believing that whatever judgments and preconceived notions they passed on you, that was your truth. So forgive yourself for believing their truth for your truth, and also forgive them because they didn't know better. If they knew better, they wouldn't have made certain decisions they made. If they knew better, they wouldn't have done certain things they did. If they knew better, they wouldn't have made certain pronouncements they made. Now your own next step, baby, you're being guided to manifest a new beginning for yourself. You're being guided to manifest a new life for yourself. You're being guided to manifest a new opportunity for yourself. You're being guided to manifest a new adventure. And I'm hearing like even in this new experience, Spirit is still going to use you as the one that shines light in the darkness. So now you've had this. And that is how your life has always been. You've always been placed in situations, in rooms, in experiences where people judge you, where people who had more privilege, where they felt like they could undermine you, they could underhand you, deliver backhand compliments, really try to cut your legs, try to hold you ransom, try to make you feel like you were at a disadvantage, feel like they could handicap you, feel like they could restrict or restrain you. That is actually part of your life purpose. That is actually part of your life mission. Now what you're learning is you're actually not any of those. You actually have more privilege because you're God's child. You actually have more privilege because you shine divine light. You actually have more privilege because you are truth, because you're walking calmer. But their privilege is not your privilege. So right now, what you need to forgive yourself for wanting to think that their life is your life. No, your life is way bigger. Your light is way brighter. Your light is your work. Your mission is more important, is more significant, is more impactful, is more influential. And I'm not saying these persons don't have their work cut out for them, but you cannot allow that to distract and detract you from your work and who you need to be for God. So now you guys, you are being guided to this place of manifesting a new life, a new beginning for yourself. God is taking you to a new environment, to a new place where this cycle is going to be repeated. But the difference is now you are clearer on who you are. Now you are clearer on why they judge you. Now you are clearer on why they pass judgments on you. Now you are clearer on why they have preconceived notions and misconceptions about you. Now you are clearer, so you cannot allow yourself to play with the mindset that, oh, they don't like me. No, now you know, like, oh, I'm being brought here to trigger you into a new way of understanding. I'm being brought here to trigger you into a new way of light. I'm being brought here to bring in light into this situation. So allow yourself to step in with that awareness. Step into this new opportunity, manifest this new opportunity that is calling your name, manifest this new life, this new adventure, this new beginnings, these new experiences that are calling your name, and unlock the next level of blessings, literally the next level of opportunities and abundance that Spirit has for you. Okay, all right, so let's round up your reading. Spirit, is there anything else you need to know at this time? You are light, shine your light so bright. And it's so interesting, today has been overcast because it's been drizzling and raining, and now the sun is suddenly shining, and Spirit is like, that is the way you need to shine your light. That is the way you need to shine your lights, okay? Even when everywhere is cloudy, even when everywhere, even if you are not speaking the same language, even if their cultures, their traditions, their beliefs don't respect yours, even all of those, shine your freaking ass light. Okay, you go communicate, talk to the moon. It's time for you to manifest your new desires. Be very clear on what you want as you're stepping into the, yes, Spirit has already prepared what you are going to be experiencing. Spirit has already prepared blessings for you, but you also now need to be clear on yourself and be clear with yourself on what it is you're actually calling in. But this time there's a lot of communication. You guys are going to find yourself being a lot more communicative. Also share your ideas, express yourself, even if you feel like they won't understand you, even if you feel like they won't get you. That does not mean you should keep quiet. That actually means you should share, communicate, express yourself. Don't hold anything back. Ask for what you want. Speak up for your desires. Speak up for yourself. Communicate and express yourself. You got intuition, moon maybe meant to be. Your intuition is very very like very on point right now. You might also be feeling like your forehead tingling because your third eye chakra is being elevated, is being upgraded, is being taken to the new level for this next level in your soul journey and your soul purpose. Okay, so you got intuition, meant to be. As I told you, all your experiences, these people, the way they treated you, how you're moving, where you're moving to, even this new spirit, this new life spirit is telling you to manifest into your reality. It is already meant to be, but now you are going to be walking into it with power. Now you're going to be walking into it with your head held high. You're going to be walking into it with confidence, because now you know, like, oh, okay, I'm being taken to another community to shine my light. I'm being taken to another community to show people what God is truly about. I'm being taken to another community to show what is possible. I'm being taken to another community because God is trying to use me as a vessel of honor in this new community. Then you got to take a risk. Okay, so as I said, this is a new journey. This is a new journey. This is a new trip. This is a new direction. This is a new community. This is a new experience. This is a new location. This is a new community. I just keep on picking this energy of new community, new locale, new neighborhood. You've never lived here before. You've never walked as this before. You've never interacted with these persons before, and that's why you're being taken there to shine your light. So allow yourself to express yourself and communicate. Now you guys, I'm picking up that this is the first time you're hearing this message, so you might have been struggling to move forward with this manifestation, with this new beginning, because you're trying to figure out everything about it. You're trying to have all the answers, all the clues, but spirit is like, it's going to, you just need to take a step. Every step that is revealed, every step along the way, one step at a time. Take the clue that lies ahead of you. Take what is being given to you. Don't try to have all the pie at once. Don't try to say like, okay, show me the full map. Show me how this experience is going to go. Show me how this journey is going to go. Show me the plan. Give me the itinerary. What am I going to do in month 1? Where am I going to go in week 6? No, it's not going to work like that. You just need to trust. It's being made mysterious, because God is also trying to get you to be excited about it. Like, if you knew everything, what's the excitement? If you knew everything, if you knew how it would turn out, if you knew how these new people are going to respond and react to you, there's nothing exciting about it anymore. Then it just comes, okay, I know they'll do this, I know they'll do that. No, spirit is like, it's being left mysterious for a purpose. So enjoy yourself, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. All you need to do right now is just focus on what you want to manifest into your life. Focus on this, unlocking new levels of abundance, unlocking new levels of being, unlocking new levels of your light, of unlocking new levels of your intensity, of unlocking new levels of your magnificence, of your brilliance, of your wisdom, of your creativity, of your power. Just unlocking new levels of well-being. That is all you need to do right now. Okay? Maybe it is meant to be. This message found you for a reason, and that is exactly what you need to know right now. So breathe, forgive yourself, forgive others. They didn't know better. Laugh it off, and now you know the reason why those experiences had to happen. God you're basically a vessel of honor. You're a vessel of light. Like, you're like this light bulb, this touch that God is like, okay, I'm going to shine it here. Now shine. The touch is not like, oh no, I'm not going to shine. That place is too dark. I don't want to know. You're going to shine. The darker it is, the brighter your light is. Okay. Alright, baby. I love you so much. If this video resonated with you, let me know. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to also hear, like, what do you want to manifest? There's also something about you having some questions here, and that's the thing, you guys, you have a lot of questions about what this new opportunity, what this new life, what this new experience is all about. And spirit is like, one step at a time. We will reveal what you need to know when you need to know it, not a minute before, not a second before, not a second after. Exactly when you need the information, you will receive it. And I know that's a bit frustrating, because you guys, you like planning things out. I'm hearing like you're very organized, you like planning everything, but spirit is like, no. When you need the information, when you need the answer, when you need the step, when you need the tickets, when you need the connection, everything you need is going to come to you exactly when you need it, not a second before, not a second after. And they're also telling me to tell you, like, look back at your past, look back at the past 2-3 years of your life. See how everything has just worked out. Exactly when you thought you would need something, or when you are looking for something, or when you want something, it comes to you when you need it. So have that same belief and mindset and trust moving into this new experience, moving into this new environment. I love you so much, baby.